Hello football fans and lovers, Soli Golazo, and in today's video I'll be doing a quick recap of the games that happened yesterday in the English Premier League. If you're new to my channel, please do subscribe to my channel and follow all other of my social handles. Quickly, I'll go into today's video. Yesterday we were hoping that the Gunners were going to win the game and reduce the gap between them and the title leaders Liverpool, because we're playing West Ham, and we know at the moment that West Ham, they are not even doing great. They are barely struggling to get out of the relegation zone. But yesterday was just a different game entirely. West Ham came with a different squad, or let's say a different attitude, and they made the game very hard for the Gunners. Yesterday, Arsenal were not even at their best. Let's just be realistic and be truthful about the whole thing. They were not at their best, and they were just not in tune yesterday. We could argue that there was a red card given to Lewis Kelly, but the red card didn't come to the second half of the game, and it was even in the later part of the second half. So we cannot even attribute their loss to the red card. No, West Ham scored earlier in the game by a very super header by Bowen, and we know that West Ham have been struggling, and it's just recently they've been picking up form with their new coach. And maybe you would say they're trying to pick up form, but Arsenal cannot be bottling. They cannot be taking chances like that. They cannot be losing game and dropping points at this point. You're not even drawing. Perhaps if you had a draw, it would have been a better game, or we could just say, yeah. But you guys lost against West Ham. West Ham, they're like bottom part of the league, 16th, if not, yeah. You lost against West Ham. And it goes back to the fact that Arsenal needs a striker. I have said it over time, and everybody has said it, that Arsenal needs a striker. You don't expect Merino to be your striker because he scored last week, 2 goals for you last week, and you think that it's going to be easier again this season, this week's game. And that's what cost Arsenal the game. You need a striker. Teta needs to sign a striker. Summer, he needs a striker. You don't need to buy you need strikers. You need a striker in Arsenal, because yesterday perhaps they played very poorly and they were not in tune. But if they had like a striker, maybe 1 or 2 of these chances would have been buried into the net. Perhaps they've been getting it easy, and they've been being lucky previous game and getting goals. But yesterday just showed that the fact that you need a striker. You need a striker. You cannot even do it without a striker. You know, it was just a very bad game against Arsenal, against West Ham for Arsenal, and I'm sure they were hoping that they could, win the game. It was going to be an easy game for them to win, and so that they could reduce the gap between them and the leaders of the table, Liverpool. Also yesterday, I'll go straight to the game that happened between Everton and Man United. I am so disappointed at my team, Man United, and I'm tired of overflogging it. I'll just go straight to the analysis. Yesterday, Everton were a better team, and they showed it by scoring early, scoring the 2 goals first. Luckily for us, we equalized. We could have lost that game. We could have lost that game if the penalty was given in the final minutes of the game. If the penalty was awarded, we could have lost that game, and it would be how many more losses for Man United. If we cannot just continue like this. Amorim has been there. We've played 20 games now in total in all competition with Amorim, and we've had more losses than wins. Yesterday we were just so lucky. Fernandes scored and Ugarte scored, but we won't be very lucky probably the next game. And we were playing Everton. We didn't even play Nottingham Forest. We didn't play Man City or Liverpool. We played Everton. And look at how the game ended. We were just so lucky to get a draw. We don't know how long it's going to continue, but I think these guys need to give their best. I don't know whatever they need to do, but we cannot just keep being at the bottom of the table. It's just a shame and disgrace for a team like Man United to be at the bottom of the league. We are just out of relegation zone, because perhaps we have we think we are more experienced and world class players, but this is not just acceptable. Please let Man United, Amorim, you need to do, I don't know, whatever you need to tell your players, but they're not even giving it their best. And really, the fans of Man United, we've actually, zeroed our mind, and we've already gotten used to the fact that we would lose any other game or any games Please and please, we're tired of this kind of thing. Please, let's just do better. Quickly, I'll go next to the next game. I would really want to quickly talk about. I'll talk about the game between Bournemouth and Wolves. Whoa, I wasn't expecting that result because everybody knows that Bournemouth have been on high. They've been like on fire this season. They've been like on point, and Wolves are really barely struggling in the relegation zone. Also, like they're struggling and a bit out of the relegation zone, but for Wolves to beat Bournemouth, and that's the thing about Premier League. Anything can happen. That's the thing about football. Anybody can beat anybody. You just have to up your game. I wasn't really expecting that Wolves would be able to beat Bournemouth because you know how Bournemouth has been. Bournemouth have been like a very good, solid team this season. They've like been on form. Oh my God! I give it to Wolves. They did a good job yesterday. I remember Wolves played better against Liverpool few days back, and they almost Liverpool managed to just get a victory over Wolves. Perhaps they've been building the momentum, and yesterday was the game that actually got to the peak, and they beat Bournemouth. Also yesterday, we know Aston Villa beat Chelsea. Chelsea were leading at some point in the game. They scored first, and we were thinking, oh, perhaps it was going to be Chelsea's day, but unfortunately it wasn't that day, and Aston Villa went ahead to win the game yesterday. Ipswich, obviously, of course, Tottenham Hotspur trashed Ipswich yesterday 4-1, and Crystal Palace trashed Fulham yesterday 2-0, 2-0, and finally Brighton and Southampton. I'm tired of Southampton. I'm tired of the team. I'm tired of supporting them, because I was hoping that they'll probably win the game, but I didn't expect them to win against Brighton because Brighton will win again. Another thing that has been in form this season. They've been like top. They have their goal scorer Mitoma, their star guy. Mitoma has been like good this season. Minty also has showed up for Brighton, so I wasn't expecting Southampton to win the game. I'll go straight to the table at the moment as it stands now. First, we have Liverpool, the leaders, with 61 points. That's their 8 points. 8 points. They have a 8 points gap against them and Arsenal, and they have a game to play today against Man City. Whatever it is, even if they lose the game today, they still have a bit of cushion, and they'll be happy. Yesterday's result obviously gave them like a bit of confidence, because we're hoping that if Arsenal won the game yesterday, it would have reduced the gap to probably 5 points, or if they even drew the games, I mean like 7 points. But it's going to be like whatever happens today, the result between Liverpool and Man City, Liverpool will still have like 7 points. We'll still have the 8 points because they are playing one extra game. So we don't know what's going to happen, but I'm going to stay glued to my TV and expect all the entertainment. I was hoping that Man City might show up in the element this game, because they're playing Liverpool. Liverpool might also show up in their element. We know that Liverpool, they've not been playing well in the last few games. They've just been managing to get draws, and we don't know if today is going to be the day they're going to play better or if they're going to lose. Whatever it is, we're here to watch. And I just want to say, whatever it is, every team to just give it their best. At this point, we have just about less than a dozen games to play in the English Premier League. We're already winding down to the end of the league. This is not time for you to start drawing games or losing games. This is time to just winning all your games. If you want to be at the very good position of the league, just win all your games. And this is where I'm going to draw the curtain today. I'll be back to give you my analysis on the game between Manchester City and Liverpool when the game ends. If you're new to my channel, or you're not subscribed to my channel, please click on the subscribe icon and subscribe to my channel. And please follow me on all of my social media handles. Until next time, I remain your host, Lily.